All right. Welcome to our Monday live. Every Monday we're here 5 p.m. And today I am in New York. I am in Stony Brook, actually, which is 2 hours from the city. And I am, not my usual studio, not my usual setup, but I still wanted to do the live for you guys. So here I am, this makeshift studio. So hopefully it will mean you'll be able to, the Wi-Fi here is a little bit choppy, but we are here. No matter where we are, every week we are live. And today we're talking about citizenship, the crazy restrictions, the crazy policy memo that came out that essentially, makes it very difficult for the government to um, here we go. Makes it easier for officers to deny cases. And I think it's important to, thanks man, appreciate it. We got some thanks man, appreciate it. So yeah, wherever you are tuning in the world, let me know where you're from, and you drop your questions. Thanks guys on TikTok as well. We've got people here from everywhere. And if you want to join on the live stream, I'm going to there we go. You can join the link right here. And if you're watching this on TikTok, you can just line up here, and I will. I'll invite you as we run that. But so I know people were asking me about this memo that came out a few days ago, and essentially the memo kind of redefines what good moral character means for citizenship. So let's say you had a DUI or multiple DUIs, then obviously you don't have good moral character the 5 years before. But now with this memo, what if you have parking tickets? What if you have speeding tickets? And you have many of those? Well, based on this, an officer can deny you. And I think it's important to talk about it because, how much power do they have now, right? Where is where are we crossing the line? And what can you do right now when you're applying for citizenship or any other immigration benefit? Like how do you know what how to carry yourself with immigration? So we'll answer those questions. And but I was like I said, when I read that memo, I was pretty yeah, I was pretty shocked about it, how much power they have. And I think if you're watching this on YouTube, I'll try to share the memo here. You can see it. You can see it on the screen here if you're watching this on YouTube. But essentially, it talks about restoring holistic approach to processing immigration cases, which means it gives the officers a lot of power. As you can see here, they're looking at what is not reasonable for somebody to behave, and they will make that decision. But also, obviously, if you had problems in the past, and now you're a better person. So let's say you were drinking before, or you were involved with the wrong people, but now you're a better person. And if you bring that proof, they will also help in making your case stronger for citizenship. But the bottom line is that more and more people that are applying for citizenship are going to find it that officers have more power, and we as attorneys will have to help clients be able to handle this in a better way, um, by educating you and also making sure that you know what to tell officers when you go to citizenship interview. All right. We have a lot of questions here on TikTok. Let's see. Oh, thanks a lot. Appreciate it, my friend. Can you tell me, please, is the I-130 case on travel ban? Or I-130's travel ban? Well, depends on which country you're from, but usually if you're married to a citizen, there's no travel ban. Thanks for the hearts, guys. Make sure if you're watching this on TikTok, share the live, and also you can the form that you see on the screen. You can use that form to contact me and book a consultation, or if you're watching this on TikTok, you can use the number in my bio to send me a text, and I'll be able to. And Julie's asking, can you help clients in all 50 states? Yes, absolutely. And I'll put the number here. Julie, if you're watching this on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook, the number is on the screen. And if you're watching this on TikTok, my number is in the bio. All you have to do is screenshot my bio, and you can set up a consultation. All right. Those of you on YouTube, if you're watching this and you want to join the live, I'll put the link over here, and people let's see here. There we go. We have well, the first person on TikTok that has questions. What is your name, or where are you from? Yeah, where are you from? Yep.
And about 7 years ago, I had a case that was domestic violence.
Okay.
I actually beat, but that had put me into deportation proceedings. And luckily, I beat the case. I actually beat the case with immigration, and from there, I was able to get my green card. But
Okay.
if I leave the States right now and come back, with that effect?
So if you have a green card holder and you had something like that in your past, then I wouldn't recommend for you to travel, right? Especially not the way things are now, because you must be. Thanks, House, I appreciate it. Because you might be detained. They might be questioning you. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't. For at least for now. Yeah, for now you should. I think you did the right thing, because we don't know how long it's going to take for the things also for the procedures to change until they will allow people to travel more. But right now it's not a good time to do it.
I know people have told me, oh, is it true that
Yeah, I mean, right now they are also detaining people even for things that happened before you got the green card.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks. So yeah, I mean, guys, if you have a green card and you are thinking about traveling, you just gotta be careful. Because things also appreciate it. I'll get you. I'll get you in a second. Let's see. Laura is asking, does usually schedule citizenship on Saturdays? It's not very common that they schedule on Saturdays, but I've heard of cases where they did schedule citizenship on Saturday. So, but it's not very common. for them to do it. But in some cities they do. Um, but it's true. Joanna says if you can and you have no issues, you should apply for citizenship because citizenship still is, the cases are still going faster right now, and we don't know what's going to happen in a year or two. Right? But if you are eligible, you should definitely do it. All right, let's see. Maybe there we go. And then we get Hudson. I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing? Okay. Okay.
So a couple of weeks ago, he got arrested for, I think, speeding.
Okay.
In New York to New Jersey, I think he was 85 or something, 65. He got arrested. They took him to the police station, regular process. They gave him the court date and then let him go home.
Okay.
And no criminal record he had filed. Nothing. This is the first time he ever got arrested.
Okay.
2 days later, the I stayed with his house in New Jersey and detained him, and they took him to the ICE facility.
Right.
So the question is, what happened there? They came into the previous address in which they missed and then they had all the documents. Once they missed it, they found out that they missed it for the day.
Right.
They have the document, they went to the asylum office and talked about it. So everything. And the second thing is, he's not the main petitioner. His father was the main petitioner. Right? He was a part of the main father
Yeah.
of the asylum.
Yeah.
And now he's been detained and they took him to Louisiana from New Jersey.
That's what they do. They move them to different states.
So now, when you look up his status on the main,
Yeah.
he's not able to work anything at this moment. You think his parents are still living there, and when the ICE came, they only have grandparents and anybody else.
Okay.
Do you think his arrest triggered it to basically pick him up?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So every time you get arrested, I know a lot of people are watching this. We see some questions here on YouTube as well. Any arrest will. Thank you, Sandra. I appreciate it. Any arrest will trigger that. That's exactly what happened in this case. And that's how many people are ending up in removal right now. Does it make sense?
Because he was never been in removal. Never basically.
No, I know. But that arrest itself is kind of like a trigger as to why he is what happened.
So you think there's a chance that he could get bond?
It depends. Right now, they're very against bond. Anybody who's, we have a lot of people that ask me that question. It's hard to get bond. I mean, you can still get bond. I mean, every case is different. We have to look at his equities, the story, the local ICE agents that we're dealing with. But people are still getting bond. It's just a little bit more difficult to get, for sure.
So in theory, you think his parents are in denial of the case and they in that petition as well?
Well, I mean, again, then his parents are not detained yet, right?
No.
Yeah. I mean, I think his parents are okay for now, but I think, I think in his case, because he's the one that is detained, you have to go step by step to try to resolve it. But I mean, what I tell people that are getting that are being detained right now is you have to start open communication with us. It's the only way, because otherwise, nothing's going to move. Yeah. They move them around. Right now, they're moving people from, the states, the liberal states. They moved them to Louisiana, to Kentucky, many places like that, or Texas as well, where it's more difficult to get bond. So that's what the challenge is. If he stayed in New York, then it would be different.
Is there any way to
For sure, for sure. If they retain an attorney, then we can try. What is his criminal record again? Mention again.
He just got a former violation of
Oh, I see. So that has more chances. Like I said, if you want help with that, just use the number in my bio. Send me a text right now and say that you spoke about this person, and we can set up an immediate consultation for the review. I'll help you.
in terms of the way his situation is. I think they get
I mean, he's able to try to get an extension because he doesn't have an attorney right now, and they know that. Um, but I think it's important to look at his file and see if there's anything that an attorney can do, and then go from there. But if he has a hearing tomorrow, he can just, they'll allow him to appear telephonically, and they're going to give him an extension to get a lawyer. Okay? So just send me a text, and then I'll see if we can help you with this. I'll do my best. Thank you so much. That's perfect. All right. So let me get a few questions here. We're streaming on Instagram, on Facebook, and YouTube. My uncle has a family-sponsored case for Pakistan where he did the interview medical, but he got denied. If he got denied, he might have to refile. Challenger, if I have EB5 applied and I have fingerprints coming back to back, and still waiting, am I safe? Yeah, your case is pending. You should be fine. Until there's a decision, you're good to go. My priority date is 2024 EB2. Do you think will be current by March? So anybody who knows, the visa bulletin was just released a couple of days ago. I did a video on this on YouTube. For now, it's hard to say that there's going to be no numbers until October. The new fiscal year will open in October, and then we'll have more information. Recently, USCIS archived non-immigrants pages. Does it impact my B2? It wouldn't impact your B2. If I have a financial settlement with a friend, will it impact my green card? EB5 case, it won't. It won't impact you. All right, so let's see. Khalid here. Me and my wife are living in Flint. We applied for under 30s in 7 months. I'm wondering how long for the 45 and the salary. Right now it's hard for me again to say because processing times are not really published, but things are really moving really slow in all aspects, and, especially with the people that are filing for asylum. So I wish I had better news for you. Okay, let's see. Right. Let's see. Yeah, Robert? I'm doing pretty good. Where are you from and what is your question? Right. Okay. Okay. You said you paid for the ticket and that's it? It's done? Robert, can you hear me? Okay, so you're worried because you had the ticket. You're worried because you had a ticket and you have your citizenship coming up. You're worried about it, right? Okay. Okay. So, I mean, this is kind of like what I think. Based on the new policy, if you have only one ticket, I think you should be okay. I think what they're talking about is that, let's say you're somebody that gets ticket every week, okay, and you get ticket, you pay for it, you get ticket, you pay for it. Sometimes you don't. You know. So for them, you're looking like a reckless person. You understand? And that's what they're going after. If you only had one ticket, it's fine. That's not what the issue is. Yeah, no, you're fine. I think you're gonna be fine. I think they're talking about the people that have a lot of tickets over the years, and they're saying, well, that person is not responsible, and as a result, they shouldn't be citizens. You know what I mean? No, you're fine. Come back to the show and tell me once you get the citizenship. Come back to the show. Shabbat. Thank you so much. I appreciate you as well. I appreciate you as well. You know, Shiva, you came at the right time because we have another person that's been very kind to us and said some good words. Um, Once again, if you want to join on YouTube, the link is right here. You can join on camera. And if you want to join on TikTok, it's right here. Thanks, Shabbat. Thanks, Nova, and all the gifters. Appreciate all of you guys. Don't forget, we have the Cloud Heart Challenge. And also, if you're watching the video right now, please share it. Every single view, thanks, Shabbat. Thanks, business. Please share the video so more people can come and see it. And as well on YouTube, if you watch the video, share the link with your friends and family. And thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. That's it. Right. Does USCIS no lessons? That's fine, no. You should be fine. I can't hear the caller. Yeah, because he's a little bit. My wife became a citizen about 2 years ago. I'm a green card holder for over 3 years. Am I eligible? So 2 years ago. Yes, you are eligible. You've got Yvette. You've got to connect your camera. Here. Let's see. Yvette, you should connect your camera because I can't add you to the screen. We got another person on TikTok. The Wi-Fi is a little bit choppy here. I apologize. Can you hear me? Okay, great. What's your name and where are you from? Okay. Okay. For sure. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You were not able to prove that she was your daughter, right, when she was born. Yeah. So what did you do? Did you still include her? So you had a child, but because you couldn't prove it, you said that you didn't have it. Okay. 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 So, it's hard to say. So if somebody, let's say you were denied for bad moral character, you have a green card, it is not considered to be like a criminal offense or something that would trigger, that would trigger the system, right? But it's hard to say, so because I can't tell you, yes or no, because I don't know what will trigger it. Um, but it's not something that will get you arrested. They might stop you at the airport and question you, and maybe send you to secondary inspection. You know what I mean? But it's not one of those things that you'll be arrested. Because you're not convicted. I mean, it's just that the officer didn't like what you said to him, and you didn't come in as person of good moral character, as altogether. Does it make sense? So, but just be mindful that you might be detained. You might lose your flight, but you're not going to be arrested because that's not anything that. Okay. Yeah, sure. Just go to my bio, use my phone number. Just text me from the live, so you get priority. Thank you so much. Yes. Yeah. So anybody who, like I said, anybody who wants to book a consultation, questions about you know uh, your citizenship, eligibility, any of these things, you can use the number on the screen and on YouTube. And if you're watching this on TikTok, the number is in my bio. Just screenshot it. Also on TikTok, in my bio, there is a link to an ebook, which is a free ebook, over 60 pages, where we um, explain to green card holders how to come back safely if they have any issues. So it's called the Return Safe Green Card Holders. It's a free ebook. It's in the bio of my TikTok. You can just download it for free. And if you are watching this on any other platform, then I will link it on the screen right now. So you can put it in the comments, and I'll put it on the screen as well. If you're watching this on YouTube or any other platform, the link is on the screen right now, and it's also on the link on TikTok. So you can just go to the bio, click on the link. It's called Ask My Visa Lawyer Reentry Guide. And it's specifically for green card holders. We just released it last week. Great. More than 60 pages of tips and what you should do if you get detained, and what to do if you spend too long, and specifically for green card holders, to help you guys come back safely. We're doing it as a appreciation for you guys supporting our channel and everything. So download the guide. The link is on the screen right now. And if you are on TikTok, the link is actually linked in my bio. So just go to the bio, copy the phone number, and click on the link to get the guide for free. All right, so let's see. Why are you whispering? Are you in a hotel? I am. I'm not whispering, but I am in a hotel. I'm traveling. If you're wondering why my setup is different, my lighting is a little bit off, and I am in a hotel. But I still wanted to do the live for you guys. I didn't want to miss the live, so I am here. All right. So again, if you guys want to join on YouTube, the link to join is right here. Just join OSC your faces and see what questions you have. For now, we'll get in the first order that I see. So, I'm trying to accept you guys. It doesn't. It won't let me. It won't let me address. That's so weird. I'm trying to accept the one love says, "Can I speak to you in private?" Uh, you can send me a text. The number is in my bio. If you do it now, I'll get priority to speak to you guys. For some reason, it doesn't let me accept. It doesn't accept. It doesn't let me accept. It won't let me. It won't let me accept people for the line for some reason. It's kind of it's like stuck. Okay. Liberation says, are U.S. citizens still being held for hours at airports? Well, it depends. I oops, my Wi-Fi was just sorry, just waiting for the hotel. And, it's working again. So those of you that try to connect, it's working again. That's what happens when you travel. The Wi-Fi is working in some cases. Let's see. Does this apply to U visa pending? All I see is green card info. Yes. It will the same information will also apply for U visa holders as well. It's not just for the green card holders, but it's mostly for green card holders because they're the ones that have the most problems. So that's why we did the guide, because we have a lot of green card holders that were detained. Navi, can you hear me? Okay, perfect. It was kind of glitching before, but I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah. Okay. You know the determination for bond is usually set up by us, right? So even if I think he is eligible, um, it doesn't mean that he will be able to get it, right? If ICE doesn't agree with it, right? I mean, on the surface, from what you told me, I don't think he's going to be eligible for a bond. But I mean, it's just hard to say without looking at the paperwork of his file and the background of what he's doing. So if you want to contact me directly, so I can take a look at the paperwork, because bond, everybody has different ways to qualify. Yeah. Well, I mean, if feel free to reach out to me, I'll be more than happy to check. Okay. Appreciate it. Thanks, Shabbat. Appreciate it. I think things working out. The Wi-Fi was a bit sketchy. Let's see. We've got Yvette here. Hi, Yvette.
Hi, how are
Hi, how
you?
are you? I'm doing pretty good. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from New York.
Okay. I'm in New York too right now.
Pardon me?
I'm in New York too right now.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. I'm in
Okay.
Long Island.
Okay, I'm in Monticello, that's upstate New York.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Good. So tell me, what is your
Yes.
issue?
I have a situation. I petitioned for my two sons in Jamaica since 2019. They're over 21.
Okay.
And until now I can't get anything from USCIS. They don't come to a decision on the case. I send in a lot of inquiries and
What you're
all
saying
it
is they haven't made a decision on the I-130 yet?
no, up till now since 2019.
Wow, that's crazy. And have you
Yeah.
tried to sue them?
Pardon me?
Have you tried to sue them?
No, I didn't because I don't know how to do the like how to take that step. I send in a lot of
Well,
inquiries.
I think by now, because it's taken so long, maybe
Yes.
your case is probably eligible for a lawsuit. You have a perfect case because it's taking so
Oh,
long and there's no reason for it. They have to give us a decision. So if you want, even just those are the cases that I like. Um,
okay.
use the number on the screen right now. Send me a text and just say in the text, "I'm the girl with two sons in Jamaica, and you know, they took the cases have been pending since 2019. I'll remember you."
Yes. Okay.
So we can build because guys, remember, if your case is pending, let's say more than a year, um, you're on processing times, then there's no reason why we're not going to put pressure on them and try to sue them because this is not fair, especially not.
Okay.
Okay.
Because all they're telling me, it's out of the processing time, but I still should give them time, and nothing is outstanding. But at the same time, they can't come to a decision, and it's going 6 year November coming, so
Yeah.
that's way too much.
No, no, I wouldn't. I think in your case, waiting is not an option. But anyway, you just send me a text and I'll be more than happy to help.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Okay, okay, talk to you soon. Bye bye.
And all of you guys on TikTok, please share the video right now and follow my account if you're not following me yet. Thanks for the hearts as well. Um, let's see who's there. I think Nancy is trying to connect. Nancy, hello? Yeah. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
1 second. Yeah. Question.
Yeah.
I am like 3 years wait. So I'm eligible to apply for the citizenship after 3 years.
Um, if you are, yeah, I mean, if you have all the requirements, but
So then,
whoa, but was your VAVA?
eligible after 3 years?
Yeah, but is your VAVA approved already?
I have a green card for past 3 years already.
Oh, you have a green card, yeah. No, you should be able to. You should be able to
So
apply.
I applied on the May 23rd, but my friend she applied with me on May 23rd too. She already got her interview, but I didn't got no interview saying the case is still being processed. So what do you
But
think about that?
everybody has a different situation, right? So just because your friend got it, maybe they need to check more on your background. Maybe they need more information. Everybody has different story.
Yeah, they took my fingerprints. The former when I used in my green cards, they didn't ask me for no fingerprints. They said we use your biometrics from previous, so you don't need to give any biometrics.
Okay.
So right now in LA, I'm just waiting for my interview. So it says case is still being processed. That means they're just processing my case.
No, it means that they are probably they're going to schedule it for an interview.
Okay, before it was showing case is being actively reviewed, but now it's showing case is still being processed.
I think that they probably put it in the queue for an interview or something.
Okay, but it doesn't show right. Like when
No,
it's gonna be the interview.
it won't tell you when, but right now it's taking about 10 months average in most states. So
okay,
yeah.
I'm in California, Los Angeles.
Yeah.
I'm
So
your neighbor from San Diego.
You my neighbor. Yeah. It's about nine months.
Okay, so is it okay? Like
You should. You should.
Okay, that was my question. Thank you.
That's answer.
Thank you, Jacob.
All right, so guys, thanks for those of you joining right now. Thanks for the hearts. Please share the video if you're watching this right now, and follow my account if you are not following me yet. And let's see. I have a 2-year green card expired in February this year. I have applied for 751, but now my husband told me to search for a new place. And separate years. What should I do? So if you have a 751 and you're going through divorce, that's fine. You just have to file an amended 751 once your divorce is final, and you'll be able to continue the green card case without your spouse, which is the whole point. Okay? That should not be a problem. Applied for removal of conditions, 751 since 12/23. I just got an email of action taken on your case, but nothing changed on my case. Again, remember that the immigration notification system is not perfect. So sometimes what they say is not what it is. So, and those removal conditions are taking about 4 years right now. Okay, so I don't think if you filed in 2023, I don't think you're going to have an answer right now. Okay? So don't worry. Can you hear me, guys? Okay, let's see. We have, can I travel with a green card? I have a Somali passport. Thank you. Yes, you should be. We need to also have a second passport. Thanks, guys, for following me. Make sure you don't miss any of the videos and any of the lives we do. My girlfriend overstayed her visa, and I'm permanent resident. Can I marry her? So if you're a green card holder only, and you're gonna marry your girlfriend, you can do it, but it will take several months before she can adjust her status. If she's in legal status right now, if she's not in legal status already, it will take longer for her to adjust, and she probably won't be able to do it from inside the United States. But typically, green card holders, if she's out of the country, it will take about 2 years. If she's inside the U.S., it will take several months. But it's not immediate, like a U.S. citizen, where U.S. citizens can file right away. This is not immediate, so it's going to take longer. I have a 10-year green card. Is it safe to go to Africa for vacation? It is. And also, guys, remember, for all the green card holders that are watching this, I have a free guide for you guys. It's in the link in my bio on TikTok. It's right there. It's a free ebook. You just download it. It's 60 pages. It's designed for that. And then I posted the link to the guide here as well. If you want to download it from YouTube, the link is right here. It's a pretty good guide. It has all the sheets about how to come back to the United States safely. We just had a client. He was gone for about a year and 3 months on a green card, and we prepared like a memo for him and all the documents for him to be able to come back. They stopped him at the airport. He was questioned for like 6-7 hours, but he had all the documents. I gave him a full explanation package to show that he hasn't abandoned his residency, that he had all this, and they let him go. But he spent 7 hours there. They tried to convince him to sign the release, the I-47, to give up his green card. But I mentioned in the guide as well, if you read it, I specifically said, do not sign this, because once you sign it, you will lose your green card. And that's kind of like the whole idea. What are the proof of good moral character. Well, based on the new policy, is that you don't have any crimes. If you had in the past, you're now rehabilitated. You're doing things, for good for society. You're volunteering. You haven't done those things again, um, and no fraud, things like that. So that's what they're looking for right now, especially with this new policy. Let's see here. We've got. So Robbins, if you want to join the live on TikTok, you can request to join, and I will add you. Robbins, it's too loud. Unfortunately, we can't do that. But if you want to join the live, just request. I'll add you. And the same thing on YouTube. You can join. Big age. Yeah, I don't know if it's my Wi-Fi here, but I'm here in Stony Brook. Beautiful. It's so different than California. It's like the trees, kind of like it's very foresty like. It's nice. It's nice to experience new places. I got my 10-year vow approved in April. Can I remarry? You should be able to. 751 submitted a year ago. Is it normal? Yeah, because 751's the removal of conditions on the green card. It's taken about 4 years. So 1 year is fine. It is normal. Can you help clients in Boston as well? Yes, absolutely. Like I said, I can help clients in all 50 states. And now immigration is also allowing us to appear for interviews via phone. So I can represent clients remotely everywhere. I'm actually going to New York again in 4 weeks for a citizenship interview for a client, the client of ours that wanted me to come. So I'll be back in New York again, this time for a citizenship interview. And this time I'm going to be obviously, we'll be now experiencing what they do based on the new memo. So I'll tell you about it. Let's see. Again, not sure. I'm trying to join. It's not an option. If you join, I only tried to join. Not I'm sorry. I just my Wi-Fi is slow here, so I can't. Where are you from, and what is your question?
Yeah, I'm from California. I have a question. I recently got my green card approved, and I already have it in my hand.
Okay.
And I was planning on going to Guatemala, but my passport has my maiden last name, and my green card has my married last name.
Okay.
Would that be a problem?
No, it shouldn't be a problem. What you?
That it's not safe, or you should not have
No.
it, so I don't know.
No, I think you should be fine. If that's the only issue you have, I would just have you take your birth certificate, take your all the documents to show, your marriage certificate to show why the name is there, and then you should be fine. If you go to secondary inspection, they should let you go because it's.
Other than the secondary inspection, so they're gonna deny me entry.
No, nobody's going to deny you. Not for that.
Thank you so much.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shubham. I appreciate it. This is one of our best, one of my favorite clients. A very complicated case, but it worked well, and now we're here on TikTok. My husband is in the U.S. with F2 visa. Which other visa can he switch to change status? So what can you do to change status from F2 to what? Well, you can do, thanks Rob, I appreciate it. You can do F2 to an E2 visa if it's a country, if it's a treaty country, you can switch F2 to O1 if it's a professional. You can go straight for the green card, depending if it's if you do a self petition like national interest waiver. We have a lot of people in the audience here that filed for self-petition with us. So if you have a degree, you're doing something interesting in your field, you want to file for, then you should do it. You should apply for a self-petition. So yeah, there are many options. Once again, guys, please follow me if you haven't done so. If you're here for the first time. Yeah. Good questions, guys. Can I talk to you private, please? Yes, of course. Send me a message. Use the phone number in my bio. If you want to have a consultation, it's the best way to do it. Thank you. I'm trying to, like I said, taking the order I receive, and yeah. There's a bit of a background noise because of that. Chrissy, where are you from, and what is your question? Philadelphia. Okay. Perfect.
So my question is, I have been for several years now,
Okay.
and long story short, I was able to obtain a visa because, unfortunately, my mom, when I was wrong, she was, her case is over, and the visa I got, it's going to be, it expires in January.
I'm sorry.
So I applied for the green card.
Okay.
And I had some problems in the past before I obtained, which was way here.
So basically, what happened is that just because it's hard for people to hear because so you had withholding of removal, then you applied for a U visa, right?
Yes.
And now the U visa was granted. Now you want to travel to your home country, right?
Now, but I don't want to try my way for the green card because after the visa.
Yeah.
It's the green card.
Correct. So now you're in the process of the green card, right?
Yes, I obtained the green card.
Okay. I mean, it's gonna take at least probably a year, right, to go through the process of actually finalizing getting the green card. Yeah. Yeah.
When I got the green card, I wasn't understanding much about everything. I didn't know what we supposed to go. When I went to the DMV, this is like 6.
Yeah.
They gave me when I went to the DMV, they gave me my ID. They asked me which one of these I prefer. I said, pick one of these. But then we make a long story short, they sent me that card at the time.
Yeah.
So right now I'm sending for the green card and also waiver for the daily or what I should say because it wasn't clear to me. I didn't understand it at the time.
But Chris, you got to be careful with these waivers because they have to be done in a very specific way. Are you working with a lawyer to help you with that?
Yes.
Okay, it's very important that they know the specific rules that come with this illegal voting because if it's not done right now under the current rules, the case could be denied and everything will be gone. So make sure the waiver is done properly. And get a second opinion to review it because you only have one shot. Remember, guys, right now when you go to immigration, you file for your citizenship, for your green card, it's only one shot because if they deny it, you go back to court.
Yeah, but I still have
Yes. But you're still gonna, but you don't want to have a denial on the record. Okay. No, I think you should do it and then maybe have somebody else review it to make sure that it's done properly and then file it. But the waiver, did you guys submit the waiver too?
Even in last year, June.
No, but did you submit the waiver too or no?
Yeah, I submitted last
Okay.
year, June.
Okay. I mean,
application was April of this year.
okay. Well, all you have to do is wait right now. I mean, if something happens, then we can take action. But since you already filed everything, I would just wait. I mean, you've done everything you're supposed to do. Okay.
Definitely contact yourself like the contact.
Yeah. If anything happens, feel free to reach out to me.
Sounds great. Thank you.
Of course. So just for those of you who didn't hear it, she filed for a green card after her U visa was approved, and now it's just pending. So people are just wondering what's going to happen, and especially if there's many people when they went to renew their driving license, many DMVs, they give you an automatic like a form, and you just fill the form. It was like they voted. You didn't realize you were voting essentially. And then we have many cases where people did the voting they're not supposed to, and now with this new administration, they're looking at it very bad. People actually get detained. So if this happened to you, there are waivers. There's things you can do to show that it wasn't intentional and all that. But it's very important to do it properly because it is a serious violation which could get somebody removed and deported. Let's see. I-75 been processed. We don't currently need anything from you, but we'll contact you. Perfect. Appreciate it. Right. Let's see. We have a lot more questions here. Thanks, Mo. Appreciate you. My case is different. Can you still take it? Cool. Of course. I mean, I need to know. I think I've seen them all, but unless you tell me, unless you tell me what the case is about, I won't be able to know what it is. You need to schedule a consultation. Thanks, man. Let's see. No. Can you hear me? I'm doing real well. Where are you calling from? What is your question? Okay. 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 So what did you do? So what you have to do is, you can provide an affidavit that explains that there was a mistake before, and you just want to correct the record. It's fine. I mean, people do it all the time. As long as you provide an affidavit to explain what happened and you want the government to correct the record for you, then you should be fine. There shouldn't be any issues. They should not be denying that. If you explain to them what happened, if there was a mistake, then you should be okay. Yeah. That's fine. As long as you submit it, then you'll be okay. Okay? Julia's asking, are U.S. citizens still being detained by ICE? I made a video about this actually a couple of days ago. And the reason I did that video is because I'm getting calls from U.S. citizens still. And so what happens is that, especially naturalized citizens, right? You're traveling back and forth. There's many ICE agents, CBP officers that are still detaining U.S. citizens. And what they do is they just kind of like make their life miserable because they question them. Obviously, they can't arrest them because they're U.S. citizens, but they can cause delays. People are losing their flights. So, it's mostly, from what I've seen, it's naturalized citizens that got their green card, through marriage, and they see it in the system. And for some reason, they are flagging those people. They're questioning them, and obviously they let them go because they're U.S. citizens. But I think that if you're stopped and you're a citizen and you're not in the airport, then they really have no jurisdiction. All you have to do is prove if you're a U.S. citizen, they shouldn't let you go. But we have seen more and more reports that U.S. citizens are being targeted by ICE, and so just be aware of that if you're a citizen. Um, let's see. We have questions about DACA here. What is happening with DACA? So, um, you know, it's the DACA is still you can still renew it if you have DACA. You can not apply for a new one, but we are waiting for some big decision that will come very soon. That will make a big difference for people who are applying for DACA for the first time. Nadia is asking, I'm a victim of immigration fraud. Can you help me in this case? Well, we can help you in different ways, and we can help you figure out who to alert and see what. So just send me a message. My number is in my bio, and I'm more than happy to help. Let's see here. Here, Instagram. Like I said, you can send me a DM. If you're watching this on Instagram, send me a DM. And if I was able to answer your question, because there's so many of them here, I'll do my best to answer as much as I can. What is the processing time for Ivan 30 from the green card? It's probably over a year and a half, 2 years. It's very, very slow. Okay, Crystal is next. TikTok, again, once again, if you guys are watching this on TikTok, please follow me and share the live so that more people can see. Crystal, welcome. And what is your question?
Yes, hi. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Okay, so my question is for my husband. He passed his citizenship test on January 30th.
Okay.
And mistakenly, I brought the marriage certificate. So we submitted it within a couple of days. They wouldn't let us take it back. Like, we're now in August, and there's no answer. It says it's still processing since March 10th is when they added it to the system.
So honestly, Chris, in your case, you could definitely do a mandamus, which will force them to give you a decision. It's very effective in citizenship cases. It shouldn't take that long. I feel like regular inquiries will be a waste of time. But if you file a mandamus, it probably will be helpful. Honestly.
What was it called?
Well, it's called a mandamus. It's like a mini lawsuit where we essentially all we ask them to do is give us a decision because they're taking too long. That's all it is. So if you need help with that, just send me a text. Use my number in my bio, and just mention that you were the one with the husband that is waiting after the interview. Okay.
All right. Thank you very much.
That's really appreciate it. Guys, as I mentioned, there is no reason for you to wait that long for a decision after an interview for citizenship or any of that kind of things. There's just no reason for that. So that's where the mandamus is mostly effective because it does help people that are waiting for so long and they're just frustrated with the system, and it's designed for that. It's been 6 months. I passed citizenship interview, but there's no action. What should I do? Once again, similar thing. I would do a mandamus. A lot of people here are stuck with their citizenships for some reason. They went to the interview, but there's no decision, or they applied for the case, but they didn't have no interview. Again, depending on your situation, we can assess whether a mandamus lawsuit will be appropriate. But it's been very effective in releasing a lot of these citizenship cases from these backlogs and helping people get the decision because you don't want to be sitting in limbo for all this time. The essence of a mandamus lawsuit is that it does only one thing. It essentially tells the government, you got to do your thing. You got to give us and you shouldn't be keeping those people in limbo because that's really what they're doing. They keep the people in limbo. That shouldn't be the case. Let's see. So we have Barry's been waiting for a little bit. Barry, I'm doing very well. Where are you from? Okay. 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 Okay.
What should I do if I change my embassy or if I change my embassy? It's instead of also my citizenship is coming soon, like it's 6 or 7 months. I should wait for my citizenship. Well, if I get it for months,
I mean, obviously, if you have the interview, you should go. But I think once you become a citizen, it's going to make it easier to move you through the process. That's just how I feel. It's just going to be much easier to do that. But I wouldn't move to a different embassy right now. There's no point. I think you should. No, I think you should become a citizen, and then you can upgrade the case because it's going to be much faster, and it's not subject to the tribal. Well, if you become a citizen, then it's what? It's not going to be, because your citizens are exempt.
If I change my case to a different country or a different embassy, it's
I don't think it's going to make a difference because the citizenship is still the same, right? Of the person that is coming. So it's not going to make a difference where you apply. The tra- So if no, they should still be processing the old one. You're not. It's not going to impact the approval of the advocate. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. That's enough. N400 with arrest, DUI, no conviction will be approved. So under the new policy, it's going to be tough because they're not going to care about the conviction. They're going to care about the fact that you had a DUI. And I mean, I'll give you an example. Like I had somebody I spoke to today, and so he had a DUI. Well, not DUI. It was a reckless. About 4 years ago, he had a minor disorderly conduct. He wasn't charged with any of this. He was just arrested, but he was never convicted of any of those things. He had like five incidents, but he was never convicted of anything. And I told him that I think personally, based on the new policy, if an officer is going to look at this and listen, in the past 6 years, you had 2 bar fights, you had this, you had a reckless, you had a few other behaviors that are not considered to be like positive. I feel like an officer using that new memo is going to say, you're not somebody I consider to be a person of good moral character. And now they have the power to do it. And I think that they will do it. And you're going to see more people actually get denied because of that. Like, this is my personal opinion. Let's see here. I'm trying to get you guys in the order that I see you. It's just hard sometimes. See. Where are you from? What's your question? Okay. What is the question? Well, remember that these are 2 separate cases, right? So just because if your VAWA is going to be denied doesn't mean that your asylum will be denied. They're not connected, right? So don't worry about it. But obviously, you want to make sure that whatever you file will have you'll be able to finish it. But just because one is denied doesn't mean that your asylum. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna make a video on that. It talks about some of the changes for VAWA. It's coming up this week, so make sure you follow my account. Okay. Thank you, my friend. I'm trying to get like I said, more content for you guys this week. So I'll be working on that. Updates for VAWA, different things for self petitions and all that kind of stuff. Let's see. What other questions? And my ex-best friend called ICE. What to do? So, listen, guys. Just because somebody calls ICE doesn't mean that ICE is going to act in the case, right? It doesn't mean that. I mean, I know it's not a pleasant feeling, but they have other things to do than follow your file, right? So I don't think that ICE is just sitting there waiting for people to call, because that's a big thing that people tell me. Oh, I'm afraid somebody said they're gonna call ICE, they're gonna arrest me. They don't work like that. They go after. They have a list of people. Yes, of course they work on tips. So let's say multiple people will call and say, hey, there's somebody working illegally there. Oh, that's a good one. I left voluntarily after 2 years of overstaying. What are my chances of coming back? So a lot of people are actually leaving voluntarily. They're self-deporting themselves, right? Now, what are the chances? The chances are not that bad. You will be able to apply for a non-immigrant waiver to allow you to come back to the United States as a tourist with a non-immigrant waiver. You should be able to do that. So I think, yeah. So there's a chance, but it will just take a while, right? Anybody who left, it will take a while. Anyway, so this is the time we're gonna end our stream on YouTube. We're still gonna stay on TikTok for a little bit longer, but on YouTube we are going to say goodbye, and also to our friends on Instagram. And we'll be back next week, of course. The same time, 5 p.m. Pacific time, for my usual setup. California. Hey guys, thanks a lot for watching this on YouTube. I'll be back, like I said, next week, Monday, 5 p.m.